Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shah, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Kuhak Wadash. All praises, honor, glory, love, respect, faith and power and trust and all credit to my heavenly Father Yahweh and my heavenly big brother Yahweh Shah. Thank you so much what you've done, what you're doing, and what you're going to do. Double honors to the apostles and elders and bishops of GMS, Great Millstone, who I learned from, and all the men scattered all over the world teaching His truth and none but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Bashim Awashah, trying to put a spiritual bug in you Hebrew Israelites' ears, you so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Middle Indians, and you speckled birds. And what is a speckled bird? That'd be a Hebrew Israelite that look like some of the heathen nations, like, for example, a Hebrew Israelite that look like a so-called white person, so-called Chinese person, etc., etc. I got some videos lined up with some news about America and fighting and people going through financial troubles in America. And it's just adding up more and more, from businesses to households to, you know, whatever. And it's all leading to the chip implant ultimately. But anyway, I'm going to play these videos. I'm going to get into the scripture my best ability, say whatever God say through Spirit and power, Yahweh by Shemal Shah, the Holy Spirit, the Krahak Wadash, Lord, want to be on me. Let's get it. And by the way, yeah, every other country is going through the same problems too. But this is just for America. I'm just doing a video about America, Babylon the Great. Because I don't know what other countries are doing or what's going on. I mean, I do, because you got the internet. But when it comes to America, America's #1 when it comes to, you know, you got to hear what's going on in America, because whatever going on in America, all these other countries going to go through it too. But anyway.
The trade war between the U.S. and Canada ramped up today as Canada made its retaliation plan official.
Canadian leaders saying they're going to enact tariffs ranging from 15 to 50% on a big variety of items like agricultural products, home appliances, construction materials, even dairy products. CBS 13's Sam DeCosta is now joining us live in studio.
And Sam, it was widely expected that Canada would retaliate to President Trump's latest tariffs.
Well, we told you just yesterday that Canadian Prime Minister Matt Carney said he would match the U.S. tariffs dollar for dollar. This morning's announcement is creating chaos and confusion on both sides of the border.
Those tariffs will have real consequences for Canadian workers.
Of course, it's going to have a huge impact on us, and it already has.
Concerns mounting across North America that new sets of tariffs could milk the economy dry.
They're not getting enough money for their milk to survive.
Michael Knight owns Smiling Hill Farm and Hillside Lumber. It's been a family-owned business since 1720. He says increasing costs make it difficult enough already to make a living on the dairy farm.
My father raised 6 kids on milking 48 cows. My mother did not work, and you were able to do so. Today, you cannot milk 48 cows and make a living by any means.
Smiling Hill makes its own fresh bottled milk and sells it domestically. Knight believes the farm can sustain itself without trading over the border, but he's concerned that tariffs will squeeze Hillside Lumber. Knight says limited manufacturing in Maine and increased costs of Canadian construction materials will put a strain on the state's lumber industry.
That's going to put their demand up, and with demand goes the cost. So with the cost of building a house is so high right now, it's just an added, unnecessary added expense.
In total, Canada's tariffs will cover about 6% of the goods imported from the U.S. That's in response to the U.S. putting tariffs on 5% of Canadian goods. Canada calls this a dollar-for-dollar response. Knight remains optimistic he can weather the storm, but says small local businesses like his need...
Yeah, the mom and pop entrepreneurs, they ain't gonna make it. Fuck no. They are not gonna make it. But for you Jace out there that thinking that y'all gonna weather the storm, and if y'all got business, man, look, man, it ain't gonna have nothing wrong with having something to make some extra money, have a business that have some extra money, but you gotta wake up. You got to wake up and realize this bitch coming to an end. Ain't gonna be none of the things that we used to see and experience. That shit ain't coming back anymore. No, it's gonna be going bye-bye. Seek the Lord. That's all I can tell you, man. Fuck this damn world. Fuck this place. Leave the world behind, basically.
Support from the public to make it through.
We lived through world wars and pandemics and everything else. We should be able to weather through it.
Oh, no, you ain't. Well, you gonna weather that nuclear destruction, nigga? Are you gonna weather that nuclear destruction? I don't think so, bruh. Esau thinking we can make it through all these things. And how did you make it through all that stuff? Through the Lord. And also using the Israelites to make it through all that shit. But you ain't gonna make it through this shit, nigga. If you're especially a heathen. But anyway.
Anything now.
You ain't making through this damn Jacob trouble.
Canada's tariffs go into effect on September 8th, and some leaders in the country have also threatened to cut off some exports to the U.S., including electricity.
Yo, get what you can get, because it's about to get ugly out in this bitch. Cutting off electricity. Hey, man, I pray for all the elect It ain't just one location, shit, because you got Israelites scattered all over the world going through some shit.
More on that at 6.
And guess what? It's going to be some shit when this shit go down, bro.
In studio, Sam.
Anyway, let's get to the next one. Yeah, because it's like anytime there's a natural disaster happens somewhere in America, some brother will pray for them in that area, but I'm like, what about the rest of the elect? Because shit, we scattered all over the world.
Come on, man.
It's just like you might have Israelites over there scattered in, what is it, Tibet? And they going through some shit there with that damn, that landslide of Russian, I don't know. It was a bunch of shit coming at them folks. Heck yeah, you be praying. There's some sepulchral birds and some Israelites over there in that area. You be praying for a whole lot of Israelites that's of the elect for safety.
Try to defend yourself.
While the U.S. unemployment rate remains near a 50-year low, an economic research firm shines a light on a disturbing figure regarding our job market. As of July, the unemployment rate stood at 4.1%. But
damn, how long is it gonna be? They always keep it at that number, like 3 point something, through like 3.8 to 4 points. I'm like, nigga, whatever. Cause you know what they do with the unemployment. When people are unemployed for too damn long, they just erase them away. They be have a certain amount for a certain amount of time, and it really, this bullshit number right here, this is a bullshit percentage. And I would say shit. I would say maybe half the country is unemployed, or maybe more than half of the country is unemployed.
according to data from the Ludwig Institute for Shared Economic Prosperity,
and a lot of Americans moved out of the country, so I don't know how many there are. Some of them moved out of the country, probably by like maybe 20. I won't say 20, probably by 5 million, maybe 10 million Americans moved out the country. Yep.
the true rate of unemployment was actually at 24.9%. Now, the economic research firm looks not only at unemployed workers and those searching for a job to capture a real look at the labor market, but also those who are something called functionally unemployed. Now, that includes those who are involuntarily working part-time and who are earning poverty.
Yeah, they're probably doing some gig work. Well, they're under the, getting paid under the table or whatever. They're not on record, you know. But soon, hey man, Esau gonna cut that shit out. Yeah, Esau gonna cut that shit out. You gonna have to identify your job, and yeah, cause everything gonna be under a blockchain, digital this and that. Yeah, and you got to get that chip too.
Level wages, or
fuck that.
Less than $26,000 annually, and that's before taxes. So CBS Money Watch reporter Megan Superlooks now. So, what does the unemployment rate measure versus that functional unemployment?
The official unemployment rate from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, which we all rely on as an indicator of the health of the labor market, measures the share of workers who are 16 and older who are looking for work and don't have jobs.
Got it.
So it's very blunt. The creator of this other alternative measure, which captures the share of workers who are functionally unemployed, includes those workers as well as workers who are involuntarily working part-time, so they want full-time jobs, they don't have them, they may only be working a few hours a week, as well as those workers who are earning poverty-level wages. So the measure, it helps explain the chasm between the two figures, the 4.1% and the almost 25% of workers who are characterized as functionally unemployed. And it's because it includes these folks who can't afford nutritious meals and maybe don't have adequate shelter. Its creator, Gene Ludwig, told me that you could be homeless and have worked 1 hour for the past week and you'd be considered as having a job.
Okay, so when you look at that functionally unemployment rate, what does it tell you about the labor market in general?
It suggests that it might not be as rosy as it seems. The rate of functionally unemployed workers has risen for the past 4 months. The labor force participation rate is declining. Right. And normally in a strong labor market, if there were good jobs, employers were paying high wages, that would lure folks in. But it suggests that workers are having a hard time finding good jobs. And we do know that inflation is outpacing wage gains, and so workers are earning raises. But if you get a 3% raise, inflation's at 4%, that's going to feel like a 1% pay cut.
It's a race. Yeah, I think about my kids who are going into college right now, part of that labor.
Anyway, ain't no jobs for Egypt. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 15, neither shall there be any word for Egypt. Talking about America, this is spiritual Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rust may do. Yeah, and it goes for other parts around. Oh, now you want to lick up them crumbs. I had got some graham crackers I gave to her, and I dropped some crumbs on the floor, and I expected her to get them up. But now she going to get them. They were like 10 minutes ago. Yeah, she going to scavenger mode. A lot of people gonna be going into scavenger mode. They're gonna be licking crumbs off the floor. They're gonna be down going sipping damn water out the damn out of a damn a puddle of water out of a concrete puddle or whatever ditch, and that shit gonna be packed filled with parasites, and people gonna be desperate, bro. Oh man, let's get to this next one. But like I said, man, the jobs are looking pitiful here in America, and it's all over the world. But I'm just talking about America only. But head or tail, hell, high-paying jobs, low-paying jobs, ain't no jobs for anybody. And then people ain't gonna be bothered to work anyway. They're gonna be too occupied on protecting themselves and surviving, man. Cause working ain't gonna be survival. Hell, working for a job, really, you just losing money when you're working for these motherfuckers. Cause everything is so damn expensive. You paying to go to work. Yeah, just like with the gas gonna be so expensive, you putting gas in your vehicle and you only paying to go to work. You're not going to work to get paid. No. Anyway, next video. It's gonna get bad out here. Goddamn Warlock. They've been pushing a lot of these games lately. And Warlock supposed to be a male witch. But well, whatever.
So you buy...
I got a female Warlock. Anyway.
Your dream car. But now that you've added up the payment, you've added up the maintenance, you've added up the fuel, and even the car insurance, you realize it's just too expensive. And you
don't forget the emissions. I mean, emissions come yearly. But yeah, that happens. And add up the registrating.
Can't actually afford it. This is why more and more Americans are returning.
Don't they charge for like a gas guzzling tax if you get in a sports car? I think so. Yeah, if you got a sports car, it'll be a gas guzzling tax, a sports car tax. They probably got something like that in real life. I don't know.
Their vehicles back to the lender, which we call a voluntary repossession. This is surging. Look at this. It says she's sick of her GMC Yukon, so she lets the bank repo it. Hope I don't regret this. People are now regretting their first decision of buying said vehicle. And so they're letting the banks repossess them. They're driving them, not even making payments, just waiting until that day comes where the bank will repossess it. But here's the thing. Some people aren't waiting. They're actually taking it back to the dealership and hoping the dealership will give them their money back. Look at this.
Shit. You won't get all your money back. You might get not even half your money back from these fuckers. They might, shit, they be like, I'll give you $1,000. You just paid 40,000, well, 50,000, no. Something used to be 40 is now down $80,000. I guess it. But yeah, you pay 80, or you plan on paying off $80,000 for a vehicle, and now you get, man, fuck that shit. Anyway, people starting to not give. Hey man, people been not giving a fuck. Supposedly buying a car is like renting one now, and they don't give a fuck. I'm starting not to give a fuck. You shouldn't give a fuck. This bitch coming to an end.
With me to go return my dream mom car back to the dealership. Not exactly how I saw it coming, but if you've been around for a while, you've definitely seen me in the truck, and that's because we are going through the buyout process. And today,
okay, people are regretting their decisions. I know several people, personal friends of mine, that previously bought electric vehicles and absolutely hate them. Others that bought small cars.
Yeah, them motherfuckers ain't meant for no long travel. They only meant for like citywide, short distance type traveling. You don't want to be stuck on the road trying to travel, going state to state with them fucking electric cars. Hell no. I wouldn't mind having one I can take, like a truck, electric truck, and take and haul trash around and do some little stuff around, going to one city to another city, and then bring my ass home back, and that's about it. But anyway.
And want something bigger. And many that bought bigger SUVs and trucks that say, gas prices are so high, I'm returning my vehicle, and I'm going to get a fuel-efficient car. That's what's happening. But look at this, because it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Look at this one.
The number one thing that I hate about my car is charging it. I can't charge at home other than a level 1 charger. So I'm stuck at the supercharger every freaking day charging this. And it's about $20 every day to fill her up. And I'm sitting there for 30 minutes. I may.
Just like that. And you got to wait how long for the charge? It's got to be supercharged. And you know, when you supercharging batteries, turbocharging batteries, whatever they want to call it, you killing your battery more. You already using the battery. The battery's already warm. You gotta let it cool down before you charge it up. And these motherfuckers are destroying their shit. Anyway, I don't want to get in all that technical shit. I don't even know why I'm getting in that technical shit. This is supposed to be about financial stuff.
Go on the road, rushing all the time kind of person. I don't really have time to sit there, so it's really just an inconvenience for me. And charging it at home on a level 1 charger increased my electricity bill by, girl, you'll never guess, $150 increase just level 1 charging at home. Girl, bye. And while I love that my door opens for me when I approach it, sometimes it's annoying as hell when I'm just walking in my garage with my phone in my pocket and I'm going to throw the trash or something. My door just, bam, whacks me in the head or knocks me on the ass. Like, okay, girl, you ain't gotta be rude like that. Another thing I hate is how hot it is in the summer, and you cannot tell me that I can't be blasting my AC and telling me that it's also draining my battery. That's crazy as fuck to me.
And she in the self-driving mode, and this shit on autopilot, and she in a Tesla, I don't know.
Okay.
I guess somebody could be driving.
So again, she's going to return her Tesla because she's tired of some of these things. That her door opens up for her whenever she walks past with her phone in her pocket. I get that. That her electricity bill at her house increased. And, well, they don't tell you that at the dealership. No. It's going to be cheaper than gas. Well, maybe. But how much is your electricity? Did they tell you that? Not always. And then the fact that, well, even using something like charging...
You thinking you saving money buying them electric cars? No.
Your phone in your car, turning on lights in the car, or...
It's all bullshit.
Or just having the AC running in your Tesla will drain the battery. Even turning on the windshield wipers will drain your battery. Even using the windows, the AC, the heated seats, whatever, it drains your battery. And that right there is too much for some people. So they're returning their cars. But it's not just Tesla owners. Listen to this one.
I just had a customer who came to return his car 2 months after buying it. He had a 2025 ADX previously. He wanted an MDX, traded out, had a lot of negative equity, and then the payment was close to $1,300. 2 months later, he realized that, that's not helping him financially. So he's like, I'm just gonna return the car back to the bank. He spoke to the bank and brought the car back and did a voluntary repo. I explained that this is gonna hurt his credit and is gonna stay on his credit for a long period of time, but he didn't care. He was like, listen, I already, went to a couple dealerships, try to see my negative equity is close to $40,000 because he rolled over his negative equity, and it's only been 2 months of having a MDX.
Okay, that sounds like a tough time, where you have a payment of $1,300 and you just realize, I can't afford this. It's too much.
Well, $1,300. What, he bought a fucking Civic or something? It probably is. Because what did the dude say, 40,000? I don't know. Anyway, $1,300 for a car payment. I remember those old commercials. They talking about $299, starting $299, 3 years, 0 interest. They ain't like that shit no more. Fuck no. Anyway,
this is what's happening. Okay, it's not that the
how long the payment it takes to pay for, like, say a $15,000 car or $20,000 car that used to be. It will take 3 or 4 years. 3 or 4 years to pay that off. $300 a month. $300 to $400 a month. I'm just starting with that price. Yeah, that's how much. 15 to 20,000. Be $300 to $400 a month to pay that off in 5 years, 3 or 4 years.
The payment was too much. The payment's exactly what it was when you signed off on it. When you decided to buy that car, the payment never changed. What changed?
You really didn't buy that car because you're making payments off that bitch, so you really don't own it.
Were the other factors: gas prices, okay, maintenance costs, which if you bought a brand new vehicle, hopefully you're not fixing your car. And then the third one is insurance. Those are some major increases, especially gas. Gas prices went through the roof. We were spending $4.50 a gallon. Here in Washington State, we're still spending over $5 a gallon. But again, that's just what we're used to. But here's the crazy thing. Gas was one, okay? But and that contributed to a little bit higher cost, just keeping the vehicle. But again, you're still going to have gas prices at the same amount, even when you go and buy a new vehicle and trade in this one. Okay, so why does it matter? It matters because of everything else. It matters because of food costs. They went up. Okay? Insurance, for health insurance, for many people, went up. Okay? Utilities, that's another one that went up. A lot of this has to do with oil and what's going on in the Middle East. But here's the thing. It's not getting better. Everybody said, just wait. It'll just be a couple months. We'll get back to normal. And, well, it's been several months. I think, 6 months to be exact? And it's been too long, and people are struggling. That's why they're taking their cars back. If they could, many people would give homes back because they can't afford it. He didn't realize it was going to be so expensive to be a homeowner, to pay for the mortgage, pay for property taxes, pay for homeowners insurance, pay for any fixes like a HVAC system or new flooring or new roof. Those add up. But it's because the car is one of the largest purchases, but also something that you can take back. I want to play something for you though, okay? Listen to this one right here.
I'm returning this truck. I don't like it anymore. The fuel consumption and the price of the gas. Why didn't you guys tell me that it was going to be so expensive to operate? I am not happy. I'm bringing back the vehicle.
What the fuck, you nigga? You shouldn't have figured that out your damn self. I'm guessing he got a V8.
You bought the F-250?
Yes, that's the one.
The diesel, right?
The Beast.
Oh,
Yeah.
the diesel. Oh, yeah. Well, you shouldn't expect that shit. Goddamn, nigga. And then plus it's a new one, so you know that you got to put that damn diff shit in. Especially these new diesels, that's a fucking rip-off. They put all that diff shit in. You got to put in, and because of the some emissions bullshit, just bullshit. Man, shit, you shouldn't have knew about that.
I need to return it, refund it, trade it in, something.
Unfortunately, you can't just return vehicles. There's no cooling off period, or at least there's not in Georgia, especially that it's been almost 4 months ago. I'm sorry that you don't like the vehicle, but when I was talking to the salesperson the day you bought it, he said that you were through the roof with happiness.
I am not happy. I'm bringing back the vehicle, dropping it off in the lot.
Some people so mad. It was a judgment video. This nigga here drove the car back to them, into the daggone showroom. He drove the car back to the dealership, into the showroom area. Yeah, he crashed the car into there. Because he so pissed off, he like, fuck, y'all ain't gonna buy this shit back, Jim. He just ran that motherfucker in the showroom area and said, fuck it. People ain't giving a fuck.
And be done with it.
Okay? Just wants to be done with it. It's called the Beast. Something's called the Beast. Chances are it's going to be expensive.
Yeah.
Big truck, F-250, diesel. Okay? Here's the thing. Calls the dealership. Says, I'm bringing it back. Don't want it anymore. I'm just going to return it. Well, guess what? Dealerships will work with you. They will take your vehicle back.
But they ain't gonna give you nothing back. They don't give you all the money. No, they probably give you $2,000. You pay $100 grand for something, they give you $2,000 for shit. Man, they don't give you $2,000. They might give you 10. Shit.
Not for what you paid for it. They will probably take you for whatever they can. You will lose money. But here's
lots of money.
The thing. People don't care if they lose a little bit of money or if it ruins their credit report. Okay, their credit score just drops and tanks to 500. They don't care. What they care about is, can they still put food on the table? Can they pay for their rent or their mortgage? Can they ensure that they can keep the lights on?
You'd be better off instead of just bringing that shit back. You'd be better off keeping that motherfucker and not pay the bill for it, and wait for the repo man to come and scoop it up and let them deal with it. But this shit happening a whole lot, and it's like, I don't know. I wonder when these fucking Americans, when you niggas gonna say enough is enough? You're not gonna take it. When are y'all not gonna take it? No, you're not gonna take it. When are y'all niggas gonna start tearing shit up? I wonder. I'm not advocating violence or destruction to property and such, but it's gonna come to that point where it's gonna happen. And I just want to know to y'all, you, my fellow. Nah, fuck that. I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say my fellow American. No, I'm not American, shit. But all you niggas down, when y'all niggas gonna say fuck this shit? Some are already doing that. What about all of y'all should start doing something? I don't know. Anyway, they can't afford shit. Let's get to the next one.
The path will continue as long as I can walk it. To kill the women, the children.
I can't afford my house anymore. My mortgage just went up.
So my mortgage just went up. My mortgage just went up to 25.
I paid off my mortgage last month, 30 years. Bank sent the deed over. Congratulations. It's yours, free and clear.
There was a time when paying off a house meant the house was finally yours. You worked for it, you signed for it, and one day it was done. That promise has quietly changed. The bill keeps arriving after the mortgage is settled, and it's climbing faster than anyone budgeted for. The people you are about to hear opened theirs on camera. Listen to what the number did to them.
So, my wife and I bought our house end of 2024, so we've been here for almost a year and a half. And this has been basically our mortgage payment every month, $37.41.72. And just as like a insight into home ownership, our property taxes recently went up, exactly what it was, but yeah, that's our new amount right there, $45.36. So we went up $750 per month.
1 month. In one fucking month. Oh, shit. Damn. In 1 month.
Over $7,000 a year more. And most of it goes to the interest, obviously, as we know. But yeah, this is how people aren't able to stay in their houses forever and lose their houses. Crazy.
Y'all, guess what happened? So my mortgage just went up. My mortgage just went up to $2,500.
Oh, Eve.
They just ran my...
Man, look. All this shit is leading to the chip implant. The RFID microchip implant. All this is leading to that chip implant. When people at dire need of money, help, and they can't afford food, can't afford gas, diesel, can't afford nothing. Can't afford no diapers for their baby, no milk, no this and that and this. Esau got it set up for you people to get them damn chip implants. Yep. But it's ultimately the Lord's plagues, bro. Plaguing you damn proud ass people. And of course the believers, we gonna feel this. We feeling it right now. We just pray the Lord give us the strength to endure it.
Analysis.
Endure the pain of suffering.
My escrow analysis. And I wouldn't even go look at it. But someone told me, like, just look at it because I already knew I was negative because of what? Because of the fucking taxes. And because I have a shortage in my escrow. Thank you, City of Chicago. Thank you so much for making it even harder on fucking homeowners. Thank you so fucking much.
I paid off my mortgage last month, 30 years. Bank sent the deed over. Congratulations. It's yours, free and clear. 2 weeks later, the county tax bill shows up, $9,400. And that's not one-time thing. That's every year until I die. Stop paying it and eventually they take the house. The one I just spent 3 decades buying. So what actually changed here? For 30 years, I paid the bank so I could live in my own house. Now I pay the county so I can live in my own house. Different envelope, same arrangement. Nobody ever finishes paying for a home. We just run out of banks. I've always said that the mortgage industry, as much as it is one of the major wealth creators for people who have created wealth over the past 5, 6, 7 decades, is something that if you have to get into in this current market, you have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, not because you cannot afford $9,400 a year for county tax, or you cannot afford the management of the house, but you need to understand the math of what you're doing. Now let me just show you the comment somebody put under this post. Somebody said, I know some seniors, that's people who are elderly, who are done with their working life, that has lost their home after a spouse died because they could no longer pay the taxes. It's pure evil. You see, stories like this don't really make the news because they are sent through letters in your mail, information reaches you through your realtor or through the county, and so you don't really hear people share a lot of these things. But these things are happening. People are buying mortgages, and at a certain point in the future, they find out that they cannot afford the payments. The management of the house is becoming a burden, and so they try to sell it off, and then they realize they cannot sell it off. And you know, it's not like the regular loan that you take where somebody can just maybe destroy your credit score or take back the car or something. It's not easy for you to just let go of your house, even if you can pay. So it's a 30-year period. You're supposed to be making consistent payments. And so if you can afford it, of course, go for it. But affording it is not just the mortgage payment. Affording it is both the mortgage payment and every other thing that comes with the house, like maintenance, like possible increase in your mortgage payments over time. And even if you are buying the house because you are believing that the house is going to add equity in the future, you cannot bank on that as a reason for buying the house. Yes, the house will get equity, possibly. But if it doesn't, what's your plan? And even if it does, and you want to sell the house or you want to loan against the house, you need to also make a plan for how you're going to pay back the loans. Because now you have 2 loans. You have the mortgage loan and you have a home equity line of credit. It's important for people to understand how these things work. We live in a country where it is very simple to be able to walk on this path because there are people who are funding the advertisements for these systems. But then you have to be careful making your financial decision based on your personal experience, your personal situation, and the consistency of your income.
So my mortgage payment went up by about $500 each month. Yes. As you can imagine, I needed to get to the bottom of it. So I called my mortgage company. They said, hey, listen, your taxes went up. You got to take it up with the Department of Assessment and Taxation. Okay, no problem. So I called them. Get a young girl on the phone. She says, oh, I said, hey. I said, listen, my mortgage payment has now gone up by about $500. I said, I need to get to the bottom of it. And I said, I need your help. And she said, okay, no problem. It's in the system. And she said, oh, we came out and we assessed your property. Oh, wait, ma'am. I'm sorry, what? She said, oh, we came out and we assessed your property. First of all, why y'all in my business? Why y'all assessing my property? Leave me and mine alone. I digress. Okay, so she says, when we assessed it, your property increased in value by about $60,000. What's the tax rate? She said the tax rate is 1.2%. Okay, so I'm silent at this moment because I'm waiting for her to tell me more, because a $60,000 increase on my property value with a 1.2% tax rate does not equate to that increase, like $3,000 in taxes. It's not taking my taxes up by that much. I said, you got anything else for me? Any other reason as to why it's increased this much? She said, oh, I just told you. I said, baby girl. I said, the math isn't math. And I explained it to her and she paused because she didn't understand. All I could think of is George W. Bush, you will pay for your No Child Left Behind sentence. You will pay for those sentences. And so I explained it to her again, and I did the math so she could understand. So I need you to take the headset off. I need you to go to the back. I said, I need you to do some math. I need you to come up with what else could have increased my taxes by this much. She paused. She said, Okay. So she goes away. Comes back on the phone. She says, ma'am, I'm ma'am. Just in case you don't know, I'm ma'am. She said, ma'am, I got it. Baby girl come back spitting numbers. She's spitting numbers. She's spitting numbers. So she was, in fact, not meant to be left behind. Long story short, I had a tax credit for a high efficiency home. I no longer have that tax credit. It's ran its course. So am I at the point doing something strange for some change? No. However, getting real out here. That's all. You're
gonna get to that point where you gonna be doing some slopping on the knob corner cob, giving people Grand Canyon lip service for $1 or for a penny. Well, no, not a penny, because they stop printing them, but or not printing them, stop minting the penny. Well, let's just say for $1. Shit, but or they're gonna get rid of all that, the dollar, and replace it with digital coins or digital currency. She'll be sucking on somebody off for zeros and ones. Shit, it's about to get bad out here, bro. It's about to get bad out here. You better be seeking the Lord, man. Hagar chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little. Mean you work so hard for very little. But ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warning. He that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Everything's expensive. Property taxes, food, water, utilities, all that shit. Cost of living, bro. So, and it's all about bringing you people down to your knees to take them chip implants. The mark of the beast. Let's get to this next one. Same channel but different topic. Well, really, we're talking about grocery. Food is expensive.
What pairs nicely with a first-time dad? A first-class SUV. Rent from our newest fleet.
280.
No.
I'm gonna say 350. 400.
You're closer. 560. It's a good guess. It's not right.
At Sam's Club, we spent $153.54. So that gave us a grand total of $538.90.
And one apple for $1.90. Bring our total to $89.19.
Feeding your family used to be the easy part of the week. You wrote a list, you went to the store, and you came home without doing math in the aisle. Now, the cart is the hardest arithmetic in the house.
I got a shopping cart in my apartment, so that only means one thing. I went to the food pantry. Let me show you what I got. 30 mouth strong with a 16.5-pound turkey. The last time I went to the food pantry, I got a 20-pound turkey, and I did process that. I'll process this one this week. I don't feel good, guys. Doesn't matter. Kid had therapy, so I did the food pantry. I had no choice but to go. Here,
And yeah, so my agenda for today is wash my car, and then 2, Chick-fil-A is doing like story time and a free iced coffee for the moms. And then 3, I have a food bank appointment at 10:40 for some free food because I'm poor, by the way, if you haven't noticed. Someone commented in my food bank video, y'all were like, oh, you have leather seats, why you at the food bank? Girl, let me show you right now, because this car is this side might look pretty, but the rest, it is not pretty, girl. This car is old as hell. But yeah, let's go. Guys, we're back on the road. Let's go to the food bank. Let's see what they give us. Hopefully something good, please.
Okay, take a good look. This is everything I got. Shout out to Heart and Hands. They be doing the most. And guys, I kid you not, if y'all do not shop there, or not shop there, but if y'all don't take advantage, I think they're only open for like 3 days a week. If you do not take advantage, it'll just end up in the trash. All this would end up in the
trash, man. She got a good how you say it? I don't know, she got a good amount.
Trash at the end of the day if nobody takes it.
This is a PSA for all of the privileged, rich, wealthy Americans. Hi, my name is Bridget. I'm 32 years old. I work full-time. And my paycheck does not give me enough to even get the bare minimums, okay? I had a savings account and I just had to use about half of it just to get by until my next paycheck. Okay, and the reality of that is once my savings is gone, I don't have a crutch. I don't have any more crutches. And the stress of going grocery shopping, y'all, I'm at Aldi, okay, which is quite literally probably one of the cheaper grocery options. And the way that I have to pinch my pennies just to make sure I have enough food until the next paycheck is quite literally wild. But what are we supposed to do? Like, when is enough enough? Because this kind of living is unsustainable. Unsustainable. Because I can't afford life anymore. When is enough enough? I would love to know.
Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 3. No, that ain't it. I'm tripping. It'll be Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. These people ain't rejoicing. Yeah. Why they ain't rejoicing? Because they got wicked rulers running the world, and they plan on getting these people microchipped. But before that comes, but when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. That's what's happening right now. The people are mourning. And like I said, that microchip, Esau setting up these people to take them chip implants, because that's what it ultimately coming down to.
I'd absolutely love to know. It's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. I have a college degree. I am overqualified for my job.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I am severely, severely underpaid. What are we supposed to do? What's the answer? Because I think the next step for me, I'm gonna have to look into food stamps, and I bet you my salary is above the threshold. But obviously, I'm $85.26 away from being in the negative. What are we supposed to do? How am I supposed to buy groceries for 2 weeks with $85, only to have 26 cents left in my bank account? When is enough enough?
I spent $39 on groceries to last me and my daughter one whole week. Here are the meals I made for day 9. Budgeting for groceries really just comes down to precise meal planning. I love having a variety of food around, but it can be super costly and wasteful. Your budget doesn't have to be as strict as mine. Just set a weekly budget that you can afford and follow through. Walmart did give me some bad apples, so these were kind of soft and brown. It's usually hit or miss with the produce at Walmart. Liliana usually likes the mini cucumbers, but this big one was only 50 cents. We were also blessed with some food from my followers that ordered some stuff from my daughter's wish list, so we got lots of snacks, cereal, and canned goods should she get hungry. A $39 grocery budget doesn't leave any room for snacks. This completes day 9 of frugal meals.
Grocery Hall is a 38-year-old full-time working mom of 3 boys who also moved her parents in with her. So today, as usual, we got our shopping done at Walmart, Sam's Club, and Food Lion. So at Food Lion today, we spent $169.73. At Walmart, we spent $215.69. At Sam's Club, we spent $153.54. So that gave us a grand total of $538.96.
It's grocery haul day. My husband and I are in the middle of paying off a boatload of debt, so we like to watch every dollar when it comes to our groceries. Today I'm going into Walmart. I don't know why, but this month just seems very long to me, and I was looking at...
I'm going to stop right there. But Hagar chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown much and bring in little, ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there are enough warm. And he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes. Hard times are here, and it's going to get worse. For you Israelites, hey, you Hebrew Israelites, so-called blacks, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds, seek Yahweh Shema Shah, repent. Next video.
You play games in the...
I'm about tired of shit.
Do you remember when they told us you will own nothing and you will be happy? Well, we all thought that was going to be because of some global scheme, some global government, some one world government. But actually, it's being marched in because of the Iran war. The Trump administration is basically gaslighting us and preparing us for having very little because the price of things skyrocket. We won't have a lot of money. The value of the dollar will go down. And so rather than saying, yeah, this war sucks, we've lost, let's pack it up and go home, the administration is now trying to gaslight us into, no. You paying more for things and you owning less is a good thing. Let's start with Trump here saying he's not going to apologize for high gas prices. He says, you know what? It's worth it. This is the right thing. You should pay more because we're stopping Iran from having a nuke, he says.
I was in office and we're looking at the pump and it's $1.95 a gallon. And
what? $1.90? What? Where?
Another one was $1.85. I said $1.85 a gallon, and I meet them the following day. I said, I have bad news for you guys.
What was that like? What was that? 2000? Where was that at? What time frame? What year? Was it 19? Well, in the night was it 2000? The year 2000, gas was 89 cents a gallon, or maybe less than that. But shit, I don't remember seeing $1 something before. I mean, probably like around 2000. I don't know, 2005? No, hell no. 2004 maybe? Or 3? What the fuck? I don't know.
After.
Let me rewind that.
More, because we're stopping Iran from having a nuke, he says.
I was in office, and we're looking at the pump, and it's $1.95 a gallon, and another
in the office.
And we're looking at the pump, and it's $1.95 a gallon, and another one was $1.85. I said $1.85 a gallon, and I meet them the following day. I said, I have bad news for you guys. We have to make a little journey to the Middle East because we have to put out a potential disaster, a potential very big fire like you've never seen. We can't let Iran keep going.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about? Gas prices that much? These niggas ain't like, they look like fucking dumbass motherfuckers. They some dumbass cops. They should be like, what? They all should be looking like, what the fuck you talking about, nigga?
They would have had a nuclear, if we didn't hit the B-2 bombers, if we didn't hit...
What the fuck is he talking about? He talking about gas price, now he talking about blowing up Iran.
Them, you would have had a nuclear weapon, and it would have been a very sad day for this country and for the entire world. So I said, we're going to have to put out the fire in the Middle East, and we've done that. They're never going to have a nuclear weapon. We have loaded up.
Hey, clap, dumbasses. Clap. Clap, dumbasses. Clap, you fucking dumbasses. I don't see how the fuck y'all niggas are cops. Shit. Y'all some dumb motherfuckers. Yeah, they's like, applaud, dumbass. They got the sign that says applaud.
So I just say this.
Clap, you goyim.
So, for you to pay a tiny little bit more for your gasoline.
For your gasoline. For your gasoline.
Just remember, you're doing it so that a very evil country cannot have... A country, really, it's the #1 state sponsor of terror.
The country, this country's the #1 state... whatever the fuck is the biggest... biggest fucking terroristic country in the world, bro. And the biggest gaslighters that run this motherfucker. Boy, you dumb motherfuckers clapping. I'm like, y'all dumb as fuck. You some dumb cops.
In the world, we don't want to have them have a nuclear weapon. So remember that when you have...
Uh-oh. I hear thunder. That power coming.
Hey, a little bit more. You're at $4. It's okay. I mean, it's. I'm not. I'll never apologize. I did the right thing. But you could, you know.
He ain't gonna apologize. Shit. Hey. When the people realize he fucked up, he ain't gonna apologize for fucking up. Hell no.
Didn't have. You'd be at. I mean, I had it down to.
You see, Biden didn't apologize when he had fucked up, raising up. Well, not fucked up. They doing their job. They're fucking up the economy on you people. He's just finishing it off.
Low $2 in many states, but in California you can't include because they keep taxing. You lower the oil price and they end up taxing you more than what you lower it. But you just have to remember that what we're doing is a great service for the world, not only for us.
So it's a great service what they're doing, and you got to pay for it. Pay way more for it. So don't worry. Don't worry. How's that slogan goes? How do they say it? Short-term pain for a long-term gain. Yeah, it's coming. That long-term, long-term pain. No, nigga, it's the opposite. Short-term gain for long-term pain. Say long-term pain for short-term gain. You ain't gonna gain much for what's coming or what's happening right now. Shit.
Ourselves for the world, and we're really doing a great job. Our military is unbelievable.
Clap some more, you dumbass goyim cops.
The blockade is unstoppable. It's a wall of steel.
When you said blockade, I'm about to say blockheads. Look at these blockhead cops. Stupid ass fucking pigs. You some dumbasses. Not all you, whoever's a cop ain't stupid, but goddamn these niggas are stupid. They're clapping.
Blockade is a wall of steel.
Now he sounds like the old guy that's like, back when I was in high school, I was the quarterback and I won this one game. And, you know, he's like, they're out there trying to play intramural sports and he's sucking and he's telling you, no, but I used to be really, really good, I swear. That's what Trump is basically saying with those gas prices. Well, I used to have really great gas prices. Everything was really great. Yeah, that's why people elected you, because they were wanting that until you decided to just do everything for Israel rather than America. And now here we are. And you say, yeah, but it's for a good cause because we're stopping an evil country from having a nuke that Israel's been telling us they're 2 weeks away from building for the last 40 years. So you finally did the thing in the last 40 years that no other president was willing to do, and that was stop Iran from getting a nuke in 2 weeks. Absolutely stupid. And then he said, and of course, you know, the people are cheering and clapping. He says this and they're cheering. But you notice who's in the crowd? These are all police officers, right? So they probably have those applause signs and they have
I said the applause sign, and it probably could be AI generated. We don't know these people's faces. They could, all this shit in the background could be AI generated or whatever.
To applaud, otherwise they're going to lose their jobs. So they're told, you know, when you see the applause sign or when we hold up the green, you have to applaud because it's your job or lose it all. Trump also says that the economy is doing great. Yeah, so even though you're paying more at the gas pump, he says the economy is doing great. Oh, but then he says, oh, for Wall Street anyway.
We're going up, boys.
Oh, that's a sensible.
Okay, so we have a tank.
I have a lot of things that are happening, a lot of good things. The economy is doing unbelievably from the standpoint of Wall Street. We just set another record, as you know.
Doing great. Wall Street's doing great because I keep announcing an end to a war 40 times.
I'll let you know, this is like 10 years. I mean, 10 years, 10 days old. I didn't even know I had it that long, but finally getting it out the way for something like this. Yeah.
Over to rig the system.
Pay more, consume less for Iran war to keep Iran from not having nukes. Shit.
I mean, making sure my friends are making a lot of money. I mean, just unbelievable. Now here's JD Vance. So
I don't want to play no more. Let's get to this last one. Shit. Yep, Hagar chapter 1 verse 6. Ye have sown so much and bring in little. Ye eat, but ye have not enough. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Ye clothe you, but there is none warm and heated. Earn of wages to put into a bag with holes. What is something else I want to look up? Yeah, let me read this before I continue on the video. Ecclesiastes chapter 12 verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, the people that's running the financial system, from the banks to the stocks, anything involving money they running, well, they collapsing this bitch. Well, ultimately the Lord's collapsing this bitch. Yeah, it's trembling, crumbling, but it's not over yet. They bringing out them chip implants, the digital currency. But then it's gonna be okay. The Lord ain't gonna allow these niggas to continue on with this new world order shit with the chip implants. Nope. But anyway, and the strong men shall bow themselves in the grinder seats because they're few, be them jobs. It's looking pitiful. People trying to get a job can't get none. And those that look out the windows be dark. And the future of America is pretty dark and grim. And that's pretty much the whole world. And the doors shall be shut in the street. Big business and small business closing up. Yep. Big business closing up because they know what time it is. But you small businesses, you're going to be the last one to find out. Yep, you mom and pop. Yep. When the sound of the grinding is low, be the sound of work. You won't hear people working with the air wrenches, going zoop zoop, or working on roofs and building houses with the hammers and the nail guns, and you won't be hearing that shit. Yeah, you won't hear anybody running with their riding mower. They got a lawn service. They ain't cutting no grass. Yeah, you won't hear that or see them. Yeah. And he shall rise up at the sound of he shall rise up at the voice of the bird by the alarm clock, or the rooster cock-a-doodle doing, or early birds getting the worm, and they out there going tweet, 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 tweet. You won't hear any of that. I mean, what I'm talking about, you won't hear any of that. I'm thinking of the grinding of the sound of grinding brought low. Yeah, what I'm saying, damn, let me start over. He shall rise up at the voice of the bird. Yeah, by the alarm clock or the birds chirping. And yeah, anyway, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. Pretty much music sucks. Everything else sucks. Media sucks. Nothing original. Pretty much it's dead. You got a little bit of good stuff, but it's not as much as it is now. But anyway, get back to the video. Chapter 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear fruit, the people mourn. And who's the wicked, by the way? Esau Edom, so-called white man, but he ain't white. He's red. He's a baby dick sucking, foreskin eating Jewish faggot fucking nigga named Amalek.
I never expected at 53 years old I'd be in this condition. Be fighting every day just to survive. And especially in this mess, fighting every day just to keep a roof over my head. I've been homeless. I know what the homeless go through. I've been there. I served my country. I served in the Army.
I don't understand what happened to him.
Man, he served the country.
America, it seems like poor people are singled out. It seems like we're hated. And I don't understand that. We're good people. We're just poor. I mean, we're not bad people just because we're poor, but we get treated that way.
Well, if you're an Edomite, you're a bad person.
Landlords think they have, once they get you in a place, they think they have you, that we have no rights. You know, a lot of people screamed and, really got upset because the paper we got was not from the court, was not signed by a judge, wasn't delivered by a police officer like a normal eviction notice has to be. It was just a piece of paper that said, you are evicted immediately.
I had a lot of breathing problems that was caused to me too before they moved us over here. They was mauled so bad, honest to God. My lung specialist had a cow because I told him the truth. He said, he said that black mold can cause scarring of your lungs. And see, I didn't know this. We've had a horrible time. I can't. And when you have an emergency, there's nobody responding. The landlord won't answer. The maintenance men won't answer. What are we supposed to do?
Every day you're just one step away. If you count your blessings, you better count them really good because tomorrow they may not be there.
Living in this economy feels like running on a treadmill that just keeps going faster. We work hard every single day. We do everything right. Yet rent goes up and groceries cost a fucking fortune. And saving for a future, like retirement or college, is a fucking joke. We're not lazy. The math just isn't mathing anymore. The reality of our grind is we work side hustles, overtime, and full-time jobs just to pay basic bills. Rent or mortgage takes half of our paycheck before we even get to buy food or gas. Not to mention, fuck back to school. My kids didn't go back to school with brand new clothes or brand new shoes. You know, we were told degrees and working hard would give us stability, and that rule book is fucking out the window.
So I am out looking for a job. I actually went to Disney and applied to be Elsa. I'm just kidding. I live by Disney though. I wish I was young enough to be Elsa. Anyway, I just put some resumes in. I have got to find work. I mean, my rent has gone up. The cost of living is insane. Like, I'm so broke I can't even pay attention. Like, I can pay my bills and feed myself and my kids, but like vacations, forget it. My daughter's a senior, all this senior stuff going on. She wants jeans, she wants these clothes, this expensive thing, that. I'm like, oh my goodness, like I have nothing by the end of the month. It's insane. Everything has gone up like 50, 100%, but our pay has not gone up. And you know what really makes me mad is that they pay NFL, NBA players millions, contracts, millions of dollars, but nurses, $40 an hour? Really? So as an ER nurse, I'm supposed to be in there saving lives, literally saving lives. And you want to give me like $42 an hour, which sounds like a lot, and it would be if the prices didn't go up dramatically. Like every year my rent goes up like $100, $150 every year. And I can't afford to buy in this economy because first of all, I'm single and I've owned a home before single, and it was really, really hard to do everything by myself. So I said, I will never own a home again unless it's like with somebody else because it's just too much. So like, when are they going to like raise what they pay medical personnel and teachers? Because they pay us like shit and it's not right. I think people that save lives should at least be making $150,000 a year. Like, why can't they pay us like $100 an hour? Why are these athletes making millions when the people that really matter, like medical personnel and teachers and, you know, firefighters and cops, when they get paid like shit?
So how are we making our money, ladies and gentlemen? So I just recently picked up a second job, right? Thinking, oh, DoorDash. DoorDash will give me some passive income. Excuse the hell out of me. No, it doesn't. I just sat for damn near 3 hours, made $6. 6 doll hairs, you guys, 6 doll hairs. And it kept saying that it was like it was so busy all the time. No, it's not. How are y'all making money? How are y'all living and able to make it work?
I see baby kids out there in the streets, and it's thundering, goddamn wind. It's about to storm out here, and they out there playing in the streets. One on top of me, oh hell no! I'm like, oh hell, you better take your ass on this side, nigga, before you get struck by lightning.
Why is everything $20? Everything is $20. A movie ticket's $20.
Let me guess, is a burrito $20 too?
Eating a meal is $20. Everything is $20. If I have to spend $20 on one more thing,
I'm gonna say what a whole lot of normal people are thinking right now, but won't say it. What the fuck are we working for anymore? Seriously. You bust your ass all week, paycheck hits Friday, by Saturday that motherfucker belongs to someone else. And God forbid a tire blows out on your vehicle or your kid needs something unexpected, and then you got people who are like, oh, you just need to save more money. Save what? I'm trying to save
Hey, Hagar. Save what? There ain't nothing to save. And the moment you try to think you're going to save some money, it's out of that piggy bank. It's out of that bag that's filled with holes. It's out of that Tootsie Roll bank. You remember the Tootsie Roll banks? They had either had a small one or had a big one. And you had to eat all them fucking Tootsie Rolls just to make that bank. It's not nothing but a piece of cardboard that's got Tootsie Roll on it. You got to... Well, let me close that door. Yeah, keep that door closed. We ain't getting a little strong. But anyway, yeah, man, the Tootsie Roll bank. You ain't got enough to put that in because you got like a hole in it. Whatever you're trying to save your money, it just goes away. It disappears. Sit your ass down, bruh. Damn, just stay in one place. Stop being such a damn little puss. Little scary ass dog.
$14 left in my checking account until next Friday. And I'm tired of seeing normal everyday people feel like they're failures because they don't have $20K sitting in their savings account. Some of us aren't buying yachts and Rolexes, we're buying hamburger meat and trying to figure out why 2 bags of groceries cost $100 fucking. That's real life for most people right now in this country. So let me ask you this, after all your bills are paid every month, are you actually getting ahead or are you starting over from zero?
Yeah, that's how it is. And I mean, not just in America, all over the world. But ultimately, this is a plan for the elite to get you people in a shitty situation where you're gonna have to take them chip implants when they implement them suckers. But anyway, that's all I got to say, man. But seek Yahweh Shem Shah by seeking his prophets and take heed of what say and try to build a spiritual mental relationship with Yahweh Shem Shah by praying to Yahweh Shem Shah, praising Yahweh Shem Shah, worshiping Yahweh Shem Shah, fearing Yahweh Shem Shah, repenting Yahweh Shem Shah. Though I didn't think the wind would be this strong. Damn. I didn't even think it was gonna rain. They said it's gonna be like 10%, but now that 10% turned into 100%. Heck yeah. But anyway, for the men out there pushing this truth and nothing but the truth in the name, spirit, and the power of Yahweh Shem Shah, keep on preaching, keep on teaching, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shem Shah, stay humble. And for you few sisters out there taking heed. Oh, and for the men out there that's not teaching the preaching, but keeping their faith and trust strong, Yahweh Shem Shah, keep doing what you gotta do, man. I mean, not all men of Israel are going to be prophets, and you know, not going to be prophets, but shit, it's still good to be believing in Yahweh Shem Shah, though. And to the women out there teaching and preaching, no, I mean, damn, I'm getting my words. No, not the women teaching preaching. Women don't supposed to be teaching and preaching. They just supposed to be keeping their mouth shut and learning. Okay, hold on. Let me do something about these doors. Damn, everything blowing up. Close that up. What else I need to close up? What failed? Did that fall? Yeah, my screen fell out the daggone window. Well, anyway, let me wrap it up. But for the women out there, keep your faith and trust strong. Yahweh Shem Shah. Stay humble. Stay in order with your man. If you ain't got no man, stay in order. Yahweh Shem Shah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and all praises to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom.